Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. I'm tired of shit.
Hello friends and my lovely viewers. Welcome back to the channel of Lithas. Today, we will take a look at a new hybrid, which is called Lupercal. He is a mixture between the Galton clan and the Thunderlords. His appearance is very interesting in my opinion. And we can kinda see the resemblances. Apart from the wings, of course, he is very much looking like his mom and dad. Also considering that both his parents are marksmen, he must be a marksman too. Anyways, let us start today's video by first discussing his active, passive and ultimate skill. The active is called Thunder Rolling. He will generate an electric field above the selected enemy. This field will last for 4 seconds, and once per second, the electric field will discharge and deal damage equal to 250% of Lupercal's strength. The attack strikes the enemies that are within range, and also increases their damage taken by 15% for 3 seconds. And the electric field will immediately discharge once when generated. So it deals damage to enemies within range, and increases their damage taken. It sounds alright, I guess. I was hoping for something more special, but it's not bad or anything. I would say it may be average. It kinda depends on how many enemies will be involved in his attack. And thus, this is more suitable for a team versus team kinda battle, rather than team versus boss. Let's head over to his passive skill next. This one is called Electric Induction. Normal attacks will bounce to at most 2 nearby enemies, and deal additional damage equal to 12% of the target's current constitution, up to 1000% of Lupercal's strength. Well, it sounds really nice, not gonna lie. So he's mostly efficient against high constitution opponents. At least that is what I understood from reading the skill. And 12% does look like quite a lot, even though there's a limit set of 1000% of Lupercal's strength. This made me very curious, and I wish I could see it in action on the battlefield, to be honest. And once again, this just proves that he is mostly meant for team versus team fights. Cause as his every normal attacks bounces to other enemies, we obviously need more opponents. If it was a team versus boss fight, then this passive wouldn't be very useful and all, you know. It is time for his final and ultimate skill now. Infinite Lightning. It already sounds impressive just by reading its name. So in this ultimate of his, he will let out a furious howl, which inflicts fear to nearby enemies for 3 seconds. Our Lupercal's normal attacks can bounce to an unlimited number of enemy targets for 6 seconds. During this period, our champion's constitution recovery equals 15% of the damage dealt and increases his attack speed by 30%. Yep, I really like this one. The entire ultimate lasts for 6 seconds, during which the enemy is filled with fear, aka they cannot move or attack for 3 seconds. And the normal attacks will bounce to an unlimited number of enemy targets for the entire 6 seconds. Our Lupercal will get 15% constitution recovery of the damage dealt, and the attack speed will be increased by 30%. So considering that his attack speed is increased, that would also make the bouncing faster. aka, he will deal more damage within less time. And the enemy cannot even attack back for the first 3 seconds of this ultimate due to the fear effect. He can become really strong, especially against high constitution enemies. Against high constitution foes is where I feel like he would help out the most. What do you think about this hybrid, by the way? Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions with me in the comment section below. Now, let us move on to discuss which trait combination may work well on him. I was looking at different traits and wondering what may work well for his multiple enemy striking normal attacks. Cause that is the special thing about this champion, and if we can somehow boost that up, I believe he would do really well on the battlefield. So I came across this trait which is called Impair. A level 22 Impair trait would increase enemies' damage taken by 8% for 4 seconds when normal attacks or skills land on them. The trait also stacks up to 3 layers. As the trait is stackable, I think it can be very good alongside his normal attacks as well as his ultimate skill. It is just speculation though, as it's yet to be tested on the battlefield. But theoretically, this should be a great trait to have on him. Anyways, I just wanted to start off with the Impair trait before I forget about it. As we can already see, he has both Steadfast and Furious Thunderbolt in the first and second slot of this trait section. Steadfast is Gultung's trait and does the following at level 22. When our champion takes skill damage, he will gain a 5-second shield that absorbs damage equal to 200% of the champion's strength. The cooldown is 6 seconds. Steadfast is basically a protecting shield that absorbs damage according to how much strength our champion has. Thus, the more strength he has, the more efficient and useful this trait will be. Let us keep that in mind. The Thunderlord's trait, however, will at level 22 do the following. Each normal attack has a 70% chance to increase damage by 50%. This effect does not stack. Overall, I think both of these traits will be very useful to him, especially the Thunderlord's one, as it deals damage to multiple enemies at the same time. I am really happy that these traits are compatible with him. That being said, as the 4th slot, I would recommend Brutal for him. Brutal is a great trait to increase his damage dealt, and for those who do not know what the Brutal trait does, at level 22 it will increase his strength by 45%. Adding Brutal to this slot just makes perfect sense, as he's a damage dealer and he already has some interesting features in his skills and all. So yeah. Now, I am kinda unsure about what to put as his final trait. If you do not already have a trait to increase the team's attack speed, I guess I would suggest to put Agile on him. A level 22 Agile trait will increase the champion's attack speed by 30%. And to be honest, now that I think about it, this may actually be very compatible with his normal attack special feature. You know, like I mentioned earlier in his skills, his passive will bounce to at most 2 enemies and deal extra damage and everything. So if he attacks faster, then this would happen more often. Agile may be able to boost the passive effect. What do you think, by the way? Do you think I'm onto something? Or do you perhaps have a better idea of trait combos? Feel free to let us know in the comment section below. Anyways, this is all I had to say for today. I hope you gained valuable information from this video. And as always, you can ask me questions in the comment section below if you're unsure about anything or found loopholes or other combos that may be worth a try. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Take care, stay foxy, adios, bye!